Here's a brief overview of RETCAD. For each of the features presented in this overview, you can find a detailed presentation in a separate video in our website. We'll start by the Die Explorer tab, which has a list of dies along with their spectral properties such as excitation peak, emission peak, lifetime, excitation and emission spectra, molecular structure, and so on. The list can be sorted by any of the properties, for example, lifetime or excitation peak. It can also be sorted by the absorption at an arbitrary wavelength or by emission at a given wavelength, or even by the spectral overlap with another dye as the donor or as the acceptor. The list can also be limited to a particular class of dyes using filters, for example, Addo dyes or Alexa Fluor dyes. You can also create your own filter. Finally, you can save the list to a file, and you can also export the spectra of selected dyes to a CSV file. In the Simulation tab or the Time Resolve tab, the simulation results are visualized. For example, the evolution curve of the excited state population of a node or its fluorescence can be plotted in log scale or in regular scale. This area shows the results of post-simulation data processing. User-defined metrics, which are described in the simulation file, are listed here, and after every simulation run, their values are extracted from simulation results and displayed here. It is possible to displace the nodes and observe the displacement effect on the network response on the fly while the network nodes are being moved. It is also possible to change the excitation conditions, such as the excitation wavelength, and observe how the network response is affected. In the Charts tab, two bar charts can be displayed side by side. Each bar chart may represent internode distances, Forster radii, nominal transfer rates, or nominal transfer efficiencies. The bar charts are automatically updated while the network nodes are being moved. The Spectra tab enables the spectral comparison of the dyes that have been used in the simulation. The excitation spectrum of each dye in this tab is scaled relative to its maximum extinction coefficient. The emission spectra are scaled relative to the quantum yield of the corresponding dyes. The Statistics tab provides a tabular presentation of pairwise distances, Forster radii, transfer efficiencies, rates, and coordinates, which can also be exported to a CSV file. In the File View tab, you can view or edit any text file, including simulation files and spectra files. Finally, the Template Simulation mode enables you to parameterize a single simulation file and simulate it multiple times with different sets of arguments. For instance, in this example, the chromophore positions have been parameterized, and in the parameter file, 14 sets of arguments have been provided. These argument sets can be simulated sequentially or in a user-controlled order. RETCAD provides a user interface for template initialization through which users can select any of the configurations to simulate.